Larry, listening. Let's keep on going. Let's keep on practicing, people. We have to continue. We have to finish this. We have to learn vocabulary. Now it's time to do the real listening. Okay? We have expressions. Open your glossary. When you are ready, give me a thumbs up. Everybody, please. Diane is ready. Very good. Roxy's ready. Very good. Yes, is ready. All right, people. We have the next exercise. Let's begin with the listening strategy. Let's see what is the lesson today and let's learn it. Okay. Help me, Rox, reading it. 1, 2, 3, action.
Listening strategy. You listen focus on future that tells you what type of text you are hearing.
We have an issue with pronunciation and comprehension. How do you pronounce this again?
As you listen.
As you listen, okay? As you listen, it's to mean to say while, okay? Focus on the comma, give me a pause on the comma, and then pronounce this word. What happened? I don't know. How do you pronounce this?
Feature.
Exactly, feature.
Feature.
Do you understand what's a feature? Perfect. Let's do some research. Feature is a characteristic, a component, an aspect. Okay, copy that in your glossary and read again. When you're ready, read again. Ready, Rox?
I'm ready, teacher.
Go on. Action.
Okay. As you listen, focus on features that tell you what type of text you are hearing. Example, news, interview, advertisement, notice, story, review, joke, etc. And what the topic is, such clues include register, formal or informal, subject vocabulary, or the speaker's tone of voice.
Good. Do you understand what a clue is?
Yes.
Cool. So these clues that you are going to, that we studied yesterday, the expressions, formal conversation, informal speech, etc., can give you a setting is scene, environment. Let's use the word context. Scene, context, environment. What kind of context or where is a conversation taking place? If it's formal, if you hear very, very formal things and a lot of passive voice and probably conversations about the police, the government, people, and situations in the city, you are probably talking about the news, no? If it's informal and there is a lot of laughs and the mood of the person is happy, you're probably listening to a joke or a story, right? So you need to identify what kind of settings you listen to. Copy your words. And then we go to the next. That's right. We're going to call it scene, background, context. Okay? Scene, background, context. So in the first exercise, we are going to listen to different conversation, right? And then you are going to match what kind of conversations we are having. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 conversations in the audio, and you need to match which one you are listening to. Okay, do you understand the indication?
The
Cool.
6 stories has the 6 options.
No, you are going to listen to 6 conversations,
Mhm.
and then you need to match what kind of conversation was
Okay.
each one.
Okay.
You know, the first
Yes.
conversation was a story, was an interview, was that. The second
Okay.
conversation was a story, was an interview, etc.
Yes, I got it.
Awesome. Let's listen to it, girls. Attention. Before I play, match and try to get notes on the words that give you the answer. Okay?
Okay.
Let's go.
1. Hey, I forgot to tell you. Joe and Anna are moving to Paris.
Really? Isn't that a bit sudden? How did that happen?
His company offered him a job out there. They're going for at least a couple of years. 2.
The girl said to the boy, "You would be a good dancer except for 2 things." And the boy asked, "What 2 things?" And the girl answered, "Your feet."
3. And then the wicked witch cast a spell over the princess, which put her to sleep for 100 years. She lay in a glass casket with roses growing round her, and people named her Sleeping Beauty. 4. I'd like you to tell me a little about your current job, Miss Harker.
Certainly. For the past 2 years, I've been employed as a designer for a clothing company in London called Inspirational.
5.
The one good thing about this film is where it's set. The back streets of Rome provide a dark, atmospheric backdrop to the action. It's unfortunate that the action itself is rather far-fetched at times.
6.
You rang, my lord. I did, Milton. Has there been any message from Lady Honoria today? I'm afraid not, my lord. Are you sure, Milton? Quite sure, my lord. Were you expecting something? It's of no importance, Milton. You may go back to your duties. Very good, my lord.
I'll give you 10 seconds and I'll play it again.
Could you, Yarin?
Can you repeat yes?
Could you repeat it?
Yes, of course. I'll give you 10 seconds and then I play.
Okay.
Please check your answers. Take your notes. Listen again.
1. Hey, I forgot to tell you. Joe and Anna are moving to Paris.
Really? Isn't that a bit sudden? How did that happen?
His company offered him a job out there. They're going for at least a couple of years. 2.
The girl said to the boy, "You would be a good dancer except for two things." And the boy asked, "What two things?" And the girl answered, "Your feet."
3. And then the wicked witch cast a spell over the princess, which put her to sleep for 100 years. She lay in a glass casket with roses growing round her, and people named her Sleeping Beauty. 4. I'd like you to tell me a little about your current job, Miss Harker.
Certainly. For the past 2 years, I've been employed as a designer for a clothing company in London called Inspirational.
5.
The one good thing about this film is where it's set. The back streets of Rome provide a dark, atmospheric backdrop to the action. It's unfortunate that the action itself is rather far-fetched at times.
6.
You rang, my lord. I did, Milton. Has there been any message from Lady Honoria today? I'm afraid not, my lord. Are you sure, Milton? Quite sure, my lord. Were you expecting something? It's of no importance, Milton. You may go back to your duties. Very good, my lord.
That's the end. Let's go directly to your participation. Diane, what do you see? What did you hear on number 1? Tell me, is it informal? Is it formal? Tell me your notes.
Can you hear me well?
Sorry, I cannot hear you well.
No? Okay. You don't hear me well?
Are you driving?
No? I'm at a Starbucks. Maybe that's why I
Yeah,
hear
there's
you.
too much people in this moment.
But you can hear me now.
I don't understand. Do you have earphones?
Yes. I can hear you now.
If you have earphones, check the Zoom setting and change the microphone setting to the other, because the laptop microphone catches a lot of noise and I don't understand you. Probably the other microphone will help you.
You hear me now?
A ver, inténtalo de nuevo. Speak louder.
Hello?
Hello, maybe. That's a different microphone?
Yes. But no, it's
No, I cannot hear you.
Hello? Can you hear me now?
Hi. Yes, that's much better. Now try to speak louder or put it very near your mouth so I can hear you, okay?
Okay, the first one, I think it's informal. And I think it is a chat between friends. I heard something about that someone is going to move from the city that he or she is living right at that moment.
About
But
someone that what? Can you say that again?
That someone is going to move from a different city or to a different city.
To a different city.
So I think it's a chat between friends.
You are totally correct. Completely. Yes, and that is informal precisely because they are talking about these people that are moving, etc. There is not a lot of vocabulary in this one. So we are going to move on to number 2. Very good, Diane. Excellent job. Yes. What was number 2? Is it formal? Is it informal? What do you remember?
It's informal.
Mhm.
I don't remember. No, I don't remember. I
You don't remember
couldn't.
anything?
Yes.
Okay. Do you have any notes about it?
Only the girls.
Only the girls. All right, we need to check these expressions. What is the answer?
D.
You said D. Okay,
D.
you have the correct answer, but you don't know why. Interesting. So let's identify the first sentence, okay? I will play it again for you. Try to give me the first sentence.
Okay.
1. Going for at least a couple of years. 2.
The girl said to the boy,
What did she say?
The girls to the boys.
Okay, close. She never spoke in plural. Never. Listen again.
2.
the girl said to the boy,
The girl
Yes.
said to the boy.
Yeah. Can you repeat?
The girl said to the boy.
Exactly. The girl said to the boy. This is a classic way to start a joke. Do you understand?
Mm, but why? I don't know why.
Well, because when you tell a joke, you normally speak in like a story.
Mhm.
Like for example, the I don't know. Let's find a joke. Oh, these are questions. Jokes. Jokes in English conversation. Look at this. A man walks into a shop. We are talking in present, and you are giving context to the story.
Okay. Mhm.
There were 3 restaurants on the same block. One day, one of them put up a sign. So, or we use simple past or simple present to give context to the story and give, the joke.
Oh, okay.
One day, a student was taking a very difficult essay exam.
No.
A woman got on a bus. That's a classic way to start a joke. And the conversation continues. The girl said to the boy, then the boy said to the girl, then the boy replies, and that's a normal joke.
Yes.
Make sense?
Yes, Mister. So the girls said to the boy.
That's right, which is a letter D. Now,
The
in this case, girls, the conversation we don't have a lot of important vocabulary, so let's move on to number 3, right? Ross, what do you remember from number 3?
It's a story about Sleep Beauty.
That's right. Sleep Beauty.
Sleep, Sleeping Beauty. Sleeping Beauty.
Sleep, can you repeat?
Sleeper Beauty.
Sleeper, no. When
Sleeping Beauty.
when you transform a verb into an adjective, you can use the past participle, or you can use the ing.
Sleep Beauty.
No. In the case of past participles, is for passive, right? Is when somebody else does the action. The name of the story is Sleeping Beauty because it is the, how can I tell you? It's a characteristic of the person. Like when you say, I am, the difference between boring and bored, right? The situation is boring, I am bored. Oof, how can I tell you this? Is the sleeping ing because it's a characteristic of the person? No. No. I need help. Where's Gemini? Sleeping is a present participle, which usually describes the person doing the action. So sleeping beauty should mean someone who is actively sleeping. Slept beauty does not sound good as sleeping beauty. The word sleeping has a more active and positive connotation than the word slept. It suggests that the princess is still alive and capable of being awakened. The word slept suggests that she is dead. Yeah, like, so the word sleeping is, it looks like it is because it is continuously sleeping, like actively sleeping in this moment. So this is more like a gerund, ing.
Okay.
Wow, that was a challenge. But anyway, you are correct. We are talking about the Sleeping Beauty. You understood. Then the answer is
B.
letter B. Correct. Let's copy the following vocabulary, girls. In the audio, we have the word cast a spell. To cast a spell on somebody or something. This is a cookie about magic, right? About stories. A cookie about fairy tales. Are you familiar with the word fairy tale?
Yes.
Right? And cast a spell is the action of, like, when the magician use the words, you know, the fairy and the Cinderella cast a spell until midnight. Cast a spell to be beautiful and have fun until midnight. Do you understand? Yes or no?
Can you repeat, teacher?
Yes, of course. Cast a spell. Actually, I like the definition you have here. To use words. Let's use, to use magic words To change or influence somebody or something. To use magic words to change or influence somebody or something. Example. Right, so can I example? This witch is casting a spell in this moment. You see? He is catching a spell in this moment. Is comprehension or no comprehension?
Yes, sure.
Right? Fantastic. There is another word in this audio. I think it's relevant. Which is the verb lay. Lay adjective, no, lay verb. Uh-huh. I like this one. Lay. Leave. Put. Deposit. Okay, take a note. Leave. Put. Deposit.
Can you give us an example?
Of course. The Sleeping Beauty lay
Okay.
right on
Mm,
the bed. Lays. Sleeping Beauty lays on her bed.
okay, yes.
Mhm. The last one. Casket.
Casket.
A casket is a small decorated box for jewelry. Well, in this case, it's for a person. A casket is a box in which a dead body is buried. Do you understand?
Yes.
Listen to the audio of the Sleeping Beauty, everybody, and try to find these words, okay? Let's go.
And the girl answered, feet.
3. And then the wicked witch cast a spell over the princess, which put her to sleep for 100 years. She lay in a glass casket with roses growing round her, and people named her Sleeping Beauty.
Diane, tell me one word you identified. If you have an example, much better.
of this story that you give us, or the story?
Yeah, the one you heard.
The first one I heard was cast a spell.
Cast a spell. Do you remember the sentence? Or something else about cast a spell?
Just no, I don't remember.
Don't worry.
But it's something about a cat. She cast a spell. No, I don't remember.
Let's listen again.
Okay.
Thank you.
Roses growing round her. 3. And then the wicked witch cast a spell over the princess.
The wicked witch casts a spell into the princess.
Nice. Let's eliminate the word into because the cookie is over. When you cast a spell, you
Over.
cast it over someone. Exactly. Say it again.
The wicked witch cast a spell over the princess.
Very good. Copy this example in cast a spell, right? In your notes. What other word did you identify? Yes.
I identify that the princess slept for 1,000 years.
For 1,000 years, but did you identify the words we just copied? Cast a spell,
Yes.
casket.
Cast a spell and bracket.
Which one?
Casket.
Casket. Okay. What did you hear about casket?
I don't write the sentence, the whole sentence, but I remember that I go touch this word.
Well, you'll need to listen again. Catch the sentence.
Okay.
Which put her to sleep for 100 years. She lay in a glass casket with roses growing round her.
She lay
Mhm.
on the casket.
Good. But you cannot lay on the casket because that's on over,
Mm-hmm.
you know?
Yes.
Actually, let me listen again because you lay on the bed, but I don't know if you lay on the casket. Let me listen again.
Okay.
Which put her to sleep for 100 years. She lay in a glass casket with...
Yeah, it's not on. Did you hear?
Mm-hmm. She lost. No, I don't identify the word, but you are right. It's not. On.
I didn't understand. Can you repeat?
Oh yes. I didn't identify the word, the correct word, but you are right that it's not the word on.
All right. Well, we need help in this case. So, Rox, can you help us identify the words?
In a glass
In
casket.
glass. Casket. Complete idea.
She lay in a glass casket.
That's correct. She lay in a glass casket. This is a glass casket. Make sense?
Mm-hmm. Yes.
All right. The next one. Rox, what did you identify on number 4?
Letter A, an interview.
An interview. Why?
Yes, because I heard words like a job, employ. So there was two. Person.
Nice.
Mhm.
There's two what? Sorry?
People.
Two people. Okay. Correct. Yes, that's correct. Now, do you think this conversation was formal or informal?
Formal.
Formal. Did you catch a word that makes you identify this is formal?
I'm not sure, teacher.
Well, take a note. Adverbs ending in "ly" are usually used in a formal setting.
Okay. Yes, I hear currently.
Currently. No, wait. No, she said current.
Not currently?
Yes. Listen to the first sentence, okay?
Okay.
With roses growing round her. 4. I'd like you to tell me a little about your current job, Miss Harker.
Yes, current.
Okay, because she said current what?
Job?
Yes. Current job is, well, makes current is an adjective.
Mm-hmm.
That is actually not the formal expression.
Okay.
Continue listening and find an adverb, okay?
Okay.
Certainly. For the past 2 years, I've been employed.
A little about your current job, Miss Harker.
Certainly. For the past 2 years, I've been.
Certainly.
Exactly. The word certainly means absolutely, surely, without doubt. Copy this word in your glossary. This is B2.
So when we have these words is a format, so
That's right.
okay.
Not always, but we usually use it in a formal conversation.
Okay.
Certainly, physically, like transformations from adjectives.
Okay.
That's right. Next one. Diane, what words did you identify on number 5?
I identified that the person was giving a review about a film.
Was giving a review about what?
About a film.
About
a movie, I
film.
think.
Yes. You are correct. That was, well, you said a review. You are correct. Do you think this was formal or informal?
That's a good question. I don't know. I think that it's formal because of the way he was speaking, but
Yes.
I don't know.
I agree with you. Let's find a word that is considered formal. Any expression that can help me. Okay? Listen again.
Employed as a.
The one good thing about this film is where it's set. The back streets of Rome provide a dark, atmospheric backdrop to the action.
What word sounds formal here?
Can you repeat it again?
Sure. Listen.
5.
The one good thing about this film is where it's set. The back streets of Rome provide a dark, atmospheric backdrop to the action.
Okay, I heard some words, but not all of them. And one good thing about the film, atmospheric action.
Nice. Very nice. Nice. The small words can help you complete a sentence. So let's start from the beginning. The first part was perfect. The one thing about this film. The one good thing. Okay? Take a note about the word set, everybody, but we are going to use it as an adjective, I think. A noun. No. Yep, we're gonna use the verb. Okay? The one good thing about this film is where it's set. Is where it's located. It's where it's put. It's where it's established. We are talking about the location of the movie. Take a note on the word set. Location. Oh, but this is a past participle, so it is located, no location. Put or established. Right? Located, established. So the audio that Diane is going to tell you the location of the story, the location of the movie. Listen.
It's unfortunate that the action itself about this film is where it's set. The back streets of Rome provide a dark, atmospheric backdrop to the action.
I heard something about the backstory.
Yes. Say that again, louder, because I cannot hear you.
I don't know, the back streets.
Yes, the bad streaks of what city? If you don't have it, I give you a clue. What's the capital of Italy?
Of Italy,
The capital of Italy.
Rome.
That's right, listen.
The one good thing about this film is where it's set. The back streets of Rome provide a dark,
Oh yes, the back streets of Rome.
The bad streaks of Rome. And then you hear the word, everybody copy, provide. To provide is to bring, to give, to supply. And the word provide is usually used in a formal setting. It's give, it's bring, or supply. Give, bring, and supply. Yes, comprehension or nada?
Yes, teacher.
Cool. Very, very cool. Provide, etc. And that's it. Then later on, we have a very strange word. Yes, we have atmospheric, yes, we have backdrop, but we have this strange word in the description. Copy the word rather. It looks like an easy word because it is A2, but it's not very common to use for Spanish speakers, because rather is similar to fairly. What is fairly? Not very. A little.
It also used to make comparisons, right?
Comparisons.
Comparison.
Comparisons, but in a different context. If you say, I rather do this, I'd rather do that, this is a verb.
Okay.
In this case, it's an adverb. Very, very different. So, as a verb, it's similar to prefer. As an adverb, it's similar to a little or not very. Not very. Rather. Fairly, a little, or not very. Something that is fairly something in the audio, he says far fetched pronunciation. Diane.
Far-fetched.
That's right.
Far-fetched.
This means very difficult to believe. Okay. With this information, let's understand. Diane, help me. What does he say about the action?
5.
The one good thing about this film is where it's set. The back streets of Rome provide a dark, atmospheric backdrop to the action. It's unfortunate that the action itself is rather far-fetched at times.
Oh my God. Yeah, I just
Right.
hear the first words, but because I heard provide a dark and it's very bad.
Correct. And then something happens. We are talking about the environment, the backdrops, etc. But then he talks about the action. Listen one more time.
The back streets of Rome provide a dark, atmospheric backdrop to the action. It's unfortunate that the action itself is rather far-fetched at times.
It's unfortunate that the action is very far-fetched sometimes.
Yes. Eliminate very, change it to similar to fairly.
Rather,
Rather, so how's the action, unfortunately?
rather far-fetched.
Exactly. Listen.
A dark, atmospheric backdrop to the action. It's unfortunate that the action itself is rather far-fetched at times.
Did you understand how's the action?
It's rather far-fetched.
Exactly. That's correct. Take a note, girls. Of course, he's British, so the pronunciation is rather,
Rather.
not rather,
Rather.
right? The R is open. Rather. Okay? Easy peasy. The last one. Yes. Do you have the answer?
The last one I wrote that is a play.
You are correct. How do you know it was a play?
It it sounds like a movie.
Yes, correct.
Maybe the captions. I don't know.
Mhm.
I wrote, I am my lord. Were you
My
expecting
lord.
uh,
My lord, and what else?
a character said, my lord, were you expecting something?
Yes, correct.
But I don't write. I didn't write more.
That's it. With the word my lord, because it's my lord, not my lord. It's
My
my
lord.
lord. Yeah. And
Okay.
this is a definite a normal conversation in a play or a movie.
Mhm.
Mhm. We are talking about an old way to speak, an ancient way to speak that we don't use anymore. In this type of conversations, we use the word quite a lot.
Quite.
Do you remember the word quite?
With yes.
Well, this is considered in British English in a very ancient way to speak. We use the word quite. It's very common. Yes, comprehension or no comprehension?
Yes.
Fantastic. Girls, you did an excellent job. We finished for today. Let's go on. I'll see you tomorrow, girls. Good job.
You have a good day.
Have a good
Thank
night. Good analysis. See you later.
Bye.